There we go. Actually, give me a couple seconds here while I just get my full owl. Q File Explorer. Okay. No OneDrive. I could care less about you. Thank you. Recordings. There we go. I need to do 5 of you, then figure out what's going on. So, what are we doing? How's it going? Etc. Etc. So, in the last live stream, we pretty much were setting up the plan to, I guess you could say, design the base. We're going to load. I think that's the most recent. Sometimes the loading screen, it's not that I don't understand it, but yeah. So, I just want to say also hello and thank you to a bunch of people. So between the last stream and this one, we have a whole bunch of people that subscribed to the YouTube channel and also followed me on the Twitch. Give me 1 second here while I just load it up. There we go. Oh, I missed this. Did Kim die? I have no idea what you're talking about. Rex Wolf. So thank you to Oaks YT, John Anderson, Fairline 360, Savonis 2112, Jamie Nicholson, SD Rancher, Gary Cochran, all for subscribing to the YouTube channel in the last week. Thank you very much. And then the last 2 people on Twitch for following me is Hentico and Henry Rulby 1972. So thank you all of you for subscribing / following on the Twitch and on the YouTube. I've got to go through my notifications here just to make sure they're all caught up. Alright, so between the last live stream and this one, I did some big time work in getting all this to work. And then I realized I done goofed up. Pretty big. So what I want to do today is basically come in here and completely and utterly, I guess you could say, reset all of this. I'll give you guys a little walkthrough first as to what I did, and I realized what I did to also screw all this up. I actually want to get my folder. Yeah, you can just sit there. That's my inventory. Okay, yeah, we got the room here. So what I found out, well, no, we don't want to do that, is I kind of screwed up in a few different spots. And I mean, I never do that because I always play these games perfectly, but, you know. Sort. I'm just going to make sure everything goes in here, except for the overclockers. So, number 1, I screwed up the filter system. So the filter system, I was noticing that parts were going through here, all on the bottom, and I was missing quite a bit. So when the filter system was going through, and I was missing every second of an ore, for example, I realized that there was probably some sort of issue, so to speak, with all of this. And I thought, well, the caping me, because I did this. Really? Oh, I only have 1. Wait, what do I have on me inventory wise? I have nothing on me inventory wise, so this is just going to bleed everything through. and clear it. So I realized, number one, this whole second layer, I don't need it. It's completely useless to me. It's something that is not needed whatsoever. Number two, I had a prototype world, as you can see when I go to this here. I realized that I have a major issue with clogging. No matter how I do this and how well I do it, it's clogging up. And I'll show you guys what I've done in between the last episode and this one. So obviously I built a lot of this, but I built the level 2 of the storage and built all this. So what happens is, items on the right go into the factory through the mergers. The merger goes down this line here, comes all the way to the other end, and then comes back this way. And then splitters are going into the machines. Smart splitters. Everything that I can make is on this row here. To be able to double up my production, I made a second row that basically is a mirror of this one, back to back. Everything that can be produced is produced right here. And it comes down this line and goes into the factory. Now, the big problem with this is that this backs up because I don't have good enough or fast enough whatever these are, belts. And because I think these are all, yeah, these are all the Mark II belts, Mark III belts. So even with Mark III belts, still not good enough. I need probably the Mark IV or Mark V to make this work properly. So that's the first thing. Number two, as I mentioned earlier, is clogging. So the clogging happens in this spot here. If I jump over here, in this input where all our stuff comes into our factory from this direction. And I'll show you guys. Oh, I can't. What do I have on me? Do I have the ability to grab any? Actually, I guess I can grab you for some Mark IIs. Oh, Mark II's reinforced. Wait, oh, Mark III is... How many do I need? I need 8. Kim of North Korea. No. I don't really pay attention to the news all that much. There's more important things than the leader of North Korea going on. Looking to the left here to see if I see anything, but I had... Oh, crap. You all went up here. Let's take all that. Okay, we're going to run back to the other end real quick. So I realized that clogging is still going to be an issue. And I realized that I also screw up the back part of the line. The main reason for that is because the back part of the line doesn't need to, or the second layer of the line doesn't need to be there. I can set up these just by saying right here, center output to any unidentified or undefined, meaning that the only thing that will go through this is everything but an AI limiter. So the whole second level that I have is garbage. It's useless. I don't need it. So I realize that one of my biggest issues now is cloggage, and I'm going to show you guys what the cloggage is at the moment. So right now, if I set it up properly so that every single piece of whatever it's supposed to be goes in, then I don't get cloggage. Like right here, for example, I don't get cloggage. But the moment I tell this thing, hey, only any undefined can only go through that, the moment I connect this line up here back to it again, Well, see, there's a lot of, coal going through, right? But the moment the coal gets over here, unfortunately... Oh. Yeah, you'll see it's not going through on the left there. It's getting clogged up. So as of this moment, because there's coal that can go into it, but there's not enough coal space, I can't do anything about it. So, the only other option I have at this point is to remove the entire top layer and move the other layer, or the other side, into my, I should call it my trash line or my garbage line. The only and the major problem with that, actually, is that I'll lose 50% of whatever I'm producing. So if we produce, 100 AI limiters, we're only going to get 50 of them. Now, mind you, yes, we get something back from it, right? We get tickets, which we can use to buy stuff. Problem with that is, well, if I come over here, right now I've got 24 tickets I can buy. There's not much I have in here that I will need to buy. So in the end, I'll be producing more tickets than I'm going to need. So that's one problem there that I'm going to have to try to figure out when I do. Number two, oof, game froze, is cloggage at this end. So cloggage is still happening. Or not cloggage, but just like backup. Like things are getting backed up. So if we reconnect you, you're just going to go to there for a second. So the best I can do right now is do this two-way, and I'm going to not lose as much. But the big problem is that we're only going to get, a little bit of stuff through where we should get a little bit of stuff. And you'll also notice, too, that these, I'm getting like little weird issues with as you see here, right? Like things are bouncing around and they shouldn't be. I've been noticing that the more splitters and mergers I use, things are getting really messed up. Like for some reason, even though there was one original line going from the right to the left, some way, it doubled itself up between I'm going to assume a save and load type thing. And I need to try to figure out how to stop that from happening. So there's a couple ways that I could theoretically, keyword there is theoretically, fix this whole issue. Way number one is to simply have it so that the right side is basically the scrap line. The other way is to keep it just pretty much as it is right now, and I only lose a third. So it's either I lose 50% of what I produce or a third of what I produce. Now my other option is that with the second line that runs along the top, to tell it to go at the right and the left and then undefine through the top, and then that will pretty much get whatever's left and won't clog up this end. That's also an option. But one of the things I do need to do is get a lot of stuff kind of revamped a little bit. And I need to unlock the next tier for sure of belts. So we need tier 4 belts, which I don't have tier 4 belts yet. So right now we're losing a third of what we produce. Not a big fan of losing a third of it, but at the same time, there's really not much I can do, right? There's going to be some sort of, we'll call it shrinkage, to use the proper term. Oh, that's right. So what I'm actually stuck on right now is producing the stuff here to unlock. So yeah, so I need 200, 500, and 100 of you. I can't make those by hand, unfortunately. I need machines to make them. So I'm pretty sure I have 2 machines making them, so I think I'm just gonna have to go with the 1/3 loss for now. And then immediately beeline tier 4 tier 4 stuff. Now mind you, I did let this run for a couple hours, so I'll have to look to see just how... Well, that's still running quite a bit. I'm not seeing any of the good stuff come through yet. Now, theoretically, there should never be backlog, because everything should always be going into the machines and stuff. So there we go. So we got 90 AI limiters. No idea what was in that. We got 27 bauxite. A whole bunch of cable. Do I have any cable on me? I do. You are cadmium ingots. You can go in there. No idea what you are. You're coal, which we have already a ridiculous amount of, right? Yeah. So one of the other issues with this also is that I don't have any oil or water product. Like anything associated with oil is not included in this. So it's definitely going to be worked on quite a bit as to how I can properly align all this. Let's get you in there. Tons of copper ore. Copper sheets. Okay. I'm probably going to be good with all my ores. Plates, maxed out on plates as well. Yeah, it's the limestone. This is modular frames. Yep. Oh, we're getting no modular frames built, which is good. And what also happens too is 50% of the goods goes back into the factory, and 50% comes up here for, I was going to say, my use if I need them. I also need to start getting my quartz and sulfur lines coming in as well. Oh, that reminds me. I did something the other day. I don't know if it actually is done or not yet. Okay. So, one of the things I did the other day was I grabbed all the stuff I was producing on the right side of the map there. I don't have a map construction yet. No. Not what I wanted, but whatever. Over there-ish, where I was building my rods and pipes and stuff. Okay, I changed that. Okay. I was waiting for this to run out of and run into just normal ore. So on this line we've got iron. Whoops. On this line we have iron, copper, and limestone. Because it's just the stuff running from over there, and coal. On here, on this line we've got coal, copper, iron, and cadmium. And limestone. Running into this one, so... Wow, this is still going. See, now this is one of the reasons why I need the next tier up conveyor. Oh, there we go. Just ran out. Perfect. So we get the odd, like, thing here. So yeah, so we end up with about a 30% loss with this current build. So I'm kind of contemplating whether I want to change that or not. Because losing a third versus 50%, definitely a lot better, right? So this way we'll never have too much stuff. You'll see that we lose still on some really good stuff. Which is unfortunate. So I have to try to figure out overall what I'm going to do when it comes to this. So this is still a major, in my eyes, issue with everything. Is I'm going to run out of stuff. I don't have to worry about anything backing up. But at the same time, I have lost that I don't really want. So the only thing I can think of is there's smart splitters. Programmable splitters, which I don't have the ability to do yet, right? Yeah. So smart splitters, or programmable splitters, I can put on this side and actually tell them, hey, only take out X number of things and split it off, which means I'll have to move this entire line later on back, which I don't have a problem with. Not really. Now, one of the things I want to do too is make sure that I'm building the stuff I need here. You're building that. You're building rotors. Encased industrial beams. Yeah. Reinforced plates. Okay, so then on this side, if I'm not mistaken, one of you guys are building what I need on this side, right? Motors. There we go. Smart plating. The versatile frameworks. And the automated wiring. Okay. Then you're building the AI limiters. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is initially I'm going to plug back in what we have sitting here. Just going to... Because theoretically, I should run out of stuff at a certain point here. Oh, do I have enough? What do I need for... Yeah, steel beams. I need a whole butt ton of steel beams. I kind of wish they gave you the ability to build signs. The LCD or LED signs or something. So that way I can actually just say, hey, this is blank. So that's AI limiters. Still have no idea what you are. You're bauxite. Oh, wait. So I want steel beams, right? So that's S. That's E. Huh? Q R S-ish. Oh, S. Screws. This one. Yep. No, that's steel. Oh, there we go. Steel beams. Yeah, let's just take that money. Can I hop off this side? I don't think I can, right? No, I can't. Actually, I'm already at this end, so I might as well just connect them from this side, working that way. Just walk backwards.